The last 24 hours have been very busy with the water situation and stuff up there. We've had a lot of help. The mayor of Summersville, West Virginia, donated a pallet of water to the city. He sent a guy after it. We gave it away, all of it yesterday at the police station, which helped out a lot. But I think people in town have plenty of water. They go get it, but you can't wash dishes, you can't bathe, and you can't wash your clothes. I think that's the biggest heartache right now.
Yeah. I think that's every guy though.
Yeah, I think so too.
And how has the town of Winfield responded to this water crisis?
Well, we're not set up, the city of Winfield is not set up we don't have water tanks to go get it, leave it out anywhere. We don't have water on hand to just give out. The only thing we have been able to do is take the donations and give it out up there, but we've been working with the county commission, putting it out on a website where you're able to get water up there at the courthouse. We've been trying to get the information out where to get it, but other than giving out that one pallet of water, that's really all we've been able to do.
Now, someone mentioned earlier in here today that there's supposed to be some kind of alert or alarm system in West Virginia for emergencies. Do you know about that state of emergency alarm?
Correct. Yeah, I know they put new sirens in probably back in June, and they test them once a month. And I had someone call me on it yesterday, why didn't this alarm system go off? And I said, I don't know. You would have thought it was for something like that also. Because a lot of people didn't know about it, about the emergency, until even the next morning. I heard one guy come in town hall, he didn't know about it till Friday morning.
And who is in charge of the emergency system? Who runs it? Do you know?
I would say the 911 emergency director is responsible for setting that alarm off.
So when were you first informed?
Thursday, about 10 to 5, my daughter sent me something up there before a meeting. That's quick as I know. I never got no calls from West Virginia Water or anything.
So you just got a text from your daughter?
Yes.
And is that how you expected it to go, being mayor of Winfield?
No, and I told the guy from West Virginia Water that called me this morning after 3 days of phone calls, that's not the way they have always been very good in the past. Get a hold of me about anything.
Don't jump live.
Yeah, I did.
I'm not going to make they did. I don't know what the reason was. They did what they usually do.
So when you look at this whole situation and you know a little bit more about maybe some of the goings on behind it, what is your general feeling of the situation?
Well, I think West Virginia Water is covering themselves to make sure no one gets harmed. No one talking to some engineers and stuff about it. I think they've went overblown on a lot of stuff. Bathing, so should be drinking. Period. I wonder. I have my doubts in this area. I have my doubts about showering and about washing clothes and stuff like that. You do what they do, but I think they're covering themselves in a few areas, which is probably what you have to do.
Right. So is there any other safety precautions that you've heard that they've taken?
No, besides closing that plant down and making them drain all the stuff, no. Up there, I've not heard of nothing else up there. If they drain everything, it should be fine up there. So.
I've heard that they should be imposing a $100,000 fine. Did you hear anything about that?
No.
Okay, that's the last thing I heard, aside from the lawsuit.
I doubt that $100,000 will touch it. And especially the interview that he gave on TV, there will be people hammering that president of that company.
How did you feel about the interview he gave?
They will be hammering him because of the way he acted, and then he was so arrogant, and then to sit there and drink the water. It won't be pretty for that man, I don't think.
And have you ever heard of Freedom Industries before now?
No.
Can you just say that in a statement?
No, I've never heard of Freedom Enterprises. We've Freedom Enterprise or Freedom Industries?
Industries.
I've never heard of Freedom Industries before.
What do you think about the national news response to this?
It's been pretty good. I haven't watched a lot of national. It was on CNN this morning. I was watching it. We was the lead off on ABC last night. It seemed pretty good what I saw of it, but I've been watching a lot of local stuff and been up and down the road, so I haven't watched a whole lot of it. I've saw more of it on my phone when I'm actually having time to look at it than I have watching TV.
How would you characterize the coverage? Would you say that it's just the facts? Would you say that it presents any opinions or that it has any agenda?
No, I think the media has been, what I've saw, it's been the facts. And I don't think they've stretched anything. I think they've done what West Virginia told them to do. You can't do this thing. Whether what we're doing is more than what we should be doing remains to be seen. But I think everybody's put the same information out on media. I'm hearing a lot of stuff on Facebook and stuff that's not true, but which I don't Facebook. But a lot of people put a lot of false information on media, on websites.
And what do you think is the best outcome for all of this?
What's the best outcome for this?
Oh, I got it already.
Well, I heard yesterday that West Virginia Water never had contacted that chemical plant that's only a mile up the road from them. There had never been no relationship with them. So I think West Virginia Water will be more, find out who their neighbors are and what their neighbors could possibly put into the water or the river, which goes in our drinking water. I think that would be a big learning curve there, and everybody be more prepared for something like this.
What do you think about the DEP never having inspected the facilities?
I heard that. I can't say for sure that they done that, which is not good at all, because if they had, the dike wall would have been in good shape. Even if you have a failure tank, the dike wall would have held it in there. My understanding is they either got a loan or they was given $1 million to fix the dike walls, and they never done it. And that's why I don't think they're ever open back up.
Hey, Ricky.
You don't think they'll ever open the company back up?
In my opinion.
What are you doing, Ricky?
So what do you think, I lost my train of thought. What do you think you want people outside of the area to know about this? Like, is there something they haven't been told, or a viewpoint on it, especially because this is in West Virginia where we don't normally have big news stories that make the national news?
What little bit I saw on the national news and stuff, I think they know everything. And I don't think anybody's held any. I hope nobody's held up there. I did hear yesterday that there may have been more than 5,000 gallons in the river, and I guess they're still checking on that. But I think everybody's on the same page right now. And if there may be later on, someone may find out there was more leak than what they said. But that remains to be seen. I think they just have to check how much left in the tank, how much was in there. I think it's a process.